Hello, Jessiie B.
Hello, Foxy No-Tail.
Welcome back to episode 54. No, welcome to episode 54 of the Minecraft Update podcast. Unofficial, of course. It is me, Foxy No-Tail, and my co-host, Jessiie B, who's going to be leading you through this wonderful podcast episode that we've got planned for you, aren't we?
Indeed, definitely, yeah. It's all me.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to start by thanking 28 patrons for their patronage. Thank you very, very much. You're all absolutely wonderful. Obviously, we are supported by Patreon now. And if you are enjoying these episodes and you're enjoying our podcast, then we would really appreciate it if you would enjoy going to patreon.com/the Minecraft Update and patroning at one of our tiers. The minimum perks you'll get is access to our patron-only feed for bonus show content, which we did. We did one, Jessiie B. All about AI, and people enjoyed it as well.
Mm-hmm. I was looking over the Discord back chat, just looking at people's opinions. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the second one we've done, but the first one that was more of a podcast than a video, because the first one we did was a video. So happy with that. You also get access to our live episode recordings in the Discord when we do live shows. And you get access to our patron-only Discord channels where you can discuss your thoughts and feelings on the bonus shows and other things as well. And of course, Jessiie B, you get a nice, shiny Discord role to make you stand out from all of the people that don't care about us.
He didn't mean that. You all care.
It's a joke. Jeez. Right, we're at the beginning of February. It is the 1st of February as we're recording this, and we're going to need bonus show ideas for this month. So if anybody's got any bonus show ideas, then let us know now so that I'm not trying to think of what to do on the 28th. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, now, this week, Jessiie B, what have you been doing? Tell me all about
this week. I used the month of January basically as like a reset, right? Like I was like, all right, I'm tired, I'm done. I need to reset.
Yeah.
So before February 1st hit, I was like, I'm going to have a very detailed schedule.
Ooh.
So I was like,
you get your felt tips out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So literally everything I've highlighted.
Did you do bubble
I have
writing
notes
at the top to write schedule.
It is legitimately extra. Like it is so much. I have one that I have on my handy dandy pin board that's to my side. I have it copied into my phone, so I have an app that alerts me that things are due at what day. I have times in. I have it broken down to, okay, well, this day I record, this day I edit, right? But not just that. Okay, this day I'm recording this and this and this.
Wow.
This day I'm editing so and so. I have broken it down so far because I am a person who thrives on organization. I thrive when things are planned out. I thrive when I know exactly what I'm doing. When I have no time, but also all of the time, I get nothing done, right? Like, I'm like, oh, well, I don't have much time because I have the kids, or I don't have much time because I have this. And then you look at it like in a paper form and you go, oh, well, no, I have this and this time. I have all of this. If I actually break down what I need to do, I have time to do what I need to do. It's just a matter of looking at it in an organized mindset. So I have done that. I have goals for the overall month. It's really detailed, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm hoping that if February goes well, I will maintain this and maybe switch things up. Like I have our TB meetings in there. Like everything is in there. I have birthdays. I have plans for everything.
Wow.
Down to when I'm supposed to eat. Like everything.
Oh, I've done it to that point before. It's impossible. You put so much pressure on yourself to do every single thing during the day, and you start falling apart on day 2 because you're like, hang on a minute, I was supposed to start eating 15 minutes ago, but gee. And then someone knocks at your door, and then all of a sudden there's an emergency.
Oh, no, I did make sure to leave in a lot of blink space, like blink time.
Oh, that's good.
And stuff. Like I gave myself parameters because I know myself and I'm exactly the way that you just said.
Yeah.
If every second of my day is planned, it will not happen.
No.
but all of like the major stuff like is in there. And I say eating because I decided I'm gonna go back into intermittent fasting.
Ooh.
Because I struggle so much with forgetting to eat, right? Like I will forget to eat all day.
I forget to eat.
And then I'll be like, oh man, I feel really dizzy. Or like, oh, something is definitely wrong. What is going on? And then I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten all day. And then my brain does the overreaction where it's like, oh, you haven't eaten. You have to eat all of the things. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, great. So intermittent fasting, we're going to give that a go at the same time. So that's the only reason eat is in there, because I've given myself the window.
The problem with declaring you're doing intermittent fasting is then you suddenly feel like you're fasting. Whereas if you just get in the habit of doing it, you don't notice. See, I've for years on and off done intermittent fasting, mainly because I always used to forget to have lunch and I don't eat breakfast. But I always managed to break it in the evening. So I'll be like, I'll just have evening meal then. And then everything else between sort of 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. that I can possibly consume. And it's just like, it's really not supposed to work like that.
No, it's not. Especially because I'm somebody, like, I will forget to eat, like I said, until like late at night. And then I'm eating right before bed. And that's really not healthy for you, is to eat like all of your calories right before you go to sleep. It's not ideal. So,
what could go wrong?
Yeah, exactly. You gain tons of weight and you're miserable and you're not sleeping well. It's bad.
No, you go to bed with full belly and a big smile on your face, thinking, that was nice. All of that chocolate and sugar and caffeine I just had, it was lovely. I'll go sleep now.
Nailed it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's an issue. So I'm trying to get into healthier habits in general. But in regards to content and TB, I and Ricky and Tiz, we've been spending a lot of time on that Nether hub. I have put hours and hours into just trying to get as much of that done as we can, because Tizzy was doing it all by himself, and we were just kind of like, we have time. Why not?
I'm just really looking forward to when you do the diagonals, because the straight bits are fine, but they don't go the way I want.
Diagonals? No, there's no diagonals, sir.
You mean you're not doing a star shape?
Oh, that would be so cool. No.
Oh, wow.
No.
I guess I'll have to go in straight lines then. Jeez. Dig my own tunnels, stupid tunnels.
Oh, gosh. Have you seen mine? I think mine is longer than most of the cardinal tunnels. Like, it's just, like, it's so long. I'm so far away. And it's a thing. But, yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. What about you?
Good. Well, I have today, particularly, actually. I spent all day on TB by the last 2 hours because, Jessie B.
Yes.
This week on Monday, what day are we on today? Wednesday, yeah. Monday, yeah. I did another one of my sort of beginners to late game, what's good fuel farms video. And in that, I came up with a new fortress farm, a new like coal blazer on bones farm that does all the wither skeletons and things like that. And it was way less complicated than the ones we normally do. It shouldn't work, but it does work, and it works very, very well. So I wasn't planning on building one of those on Truly Bedrock yet, but then I decided I'm going to build one of those on Truly Bedrock. So that's what I've been doing today, and I didn't have hardly any of the resources that I needed. Not that it needs many, so I had to go and get all of those. And then I've only built half of it. There's going to be 12 trident killers in it. I built 6, and then realised I only have 1 trident. So then I went on a tangent, and I did something that I built in Truly Bedrock Season 1 that worked perfectly, and that was I made a zombie spawner drowned converter farm to get tridents.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out that after spending 2 hours building that and wasting my time with that, the drowns converted cannot have tridents anymore.
When did they change that?
I don't know, but I looked in the behavior pack stuff, and when a zombie turns into a drowned, it turns into a drowned with what's called 2 adult event, and that means it can only ever be a melee based drowned and never a ranged based drowned. So it can never have a trident, and if you can't have a trident, you can't drop a trident. Because it also used to be that drowns that didn't have tridents would occasionally drop a trident, but that doesn't happen now either. So,
oh, wow. So you actually have to go into the ocean and fight them.
Yeah, so me and a dolphin went for a swim and we got about 7 tridents. It didn't take too long, to be honest with you, but it was a bit more boring than just, standing chopping at my farm. So, that's what I've been doing. I've been getting into, like, the content creation grind, I guess you could say, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for my. I don't know. I must have done something else. I don't know. I tell you what, I have been doing. I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours of a YouTuber called Fighting Cowboy playing Forspoken, the new Magic game.
Oh,
it's made by the people that made the Final Fantasy 15, I believe, and Square Enix. And,
okay.
And it's really entertaining to watch. But it's been a really badly reviewed game, and I can see why. I certainly don't want to waste my money on it, but there's bits in it that I really want to play. But it's like, imagine there's a game with a really, really cool, like, fighting mechanic in an open world that's boring and drab, and there's nothing going on, and then you've got these huge, hours-long segments of boring storyline that you can't, like, you can sort of kind of skip through, but it's one of these RPGs where you've got to go through the process of doing these, like, incredibly slow following people quests and listening to people harp on about stuff. There's some really, and it was supposed to be, they touted it as going to be the game that defines the next gen. It's going to have the best graphics, the best this, the best that, and the best the other. And it looks older than, like, when they remade Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
It looks older than that. It doesn't doesn't look great at all. The facial expressions are really weird. The voice acting's janky. The main actor voice acting's all right, but, like, when there's a crowd of people and you're talking to them, they're looking in the wrong direction. The mouth doesn't move with what they're saying. It's a really weird voice that comes out. It's bizarre. But I can't stop watching it. So, that's been my week. There you go.
That sounds like you've gotten a lot of productive things out of the way in terms of TB, when it feels like, I don't know, a lot of us haven't been, like, super on TB, so it's cool that you've been spending time there.
Yes, I've missed it. It's nice to be back on there and actually getting some grind done. I was digging out a bunch more tunnels as well yesterday, just for no particular reason, just expanding on my base a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice. It's not. I still don't know how to decorate the inside of my base though. I've got, like, these long tunnels, and I've put floor down, and that's about it because I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
but it'll be all right. Right, anyway, that's enough of me whittering on about all of that sort of stuff. It's time to get into the feedback. And if you would like to leave us feedback, not you, Jessiie B, because you work here, okay? You at home listening, then you can by emailing us at news@theminecraftupdate.com, or you can fill in our handy feedback form, which is on the minecraftupdate.com website. Or if you're really, really, really cool, you can join our Discord and do it there, because that's the best way to do it, because it's cool. Because I'm young and down, hip and down with the kids.
Yeah, as the kids say.
Yes. I have the Knight, who's also cool and down with the kids, says, after listening to the last episode and with all the chatter about trim templates and netherite upgrade templates, I see a couple of things, which is good news because he couldn't see anything last week. So that's brilliant. Thanks, I have the Knight, for that. Right, who's next? It was a joke. Okay, there's more of it. It was a joke about his eyes. Jeez. The trim templates, I think, are too expensive. For instance, if you wanted to put trim on all of your iron armor, you're spending 21 diamonds on your iron armor. 28 if you don't want to waste the template. After you find your template, 7 diamonds to duplicate the original templates, assuming you're using the same template on each piece. Or, for a full set of diamond armor, 4 diamonds for boots, 7 for pants, 5 for helmet, 8 for chest plate, 24 diamonds, plus the 28 on your trim, plus another 28 for your netherite. 66 diamonds for a set of armor. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's nearly 100.
Yeah.
Heaven help if you lose any of it. I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
Let me just count how much it actually is. So we've got 7 for pants, 5 for helmet, 4 for boots, 8 for chest plate. Then you've got 28 for your all of your things. Plus then you've got your netherite ones, which is another 28. So it's 80. I'm sure we worked out it was more than that the other day, but yeah, 80.
I thought so too.
80, man. 80. It's crazy.
Too much. it's too much for just cosmetics. I will die on that hill. If they had given it a use, I would not care that it was that expensive, I don't think. But no use, just cosmetic, go away. Fired.
We did sort of hammer home that diamonds are hard to get hold of, blah, 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 in the last episode. And yes, if you're in a world for ages, you are going to end up accumulating a bunch of diamonds. But you know, how many... Yeah, I suppose you're only ideally going to trim your armor once and then wear it for life. But it's just no, you want to... What's the point then?
Yeah.
If you're adding trims in so you can be, make custom armor and, have your Sunday best for one day and your scruffs for another and, different trims for different occasions, or even just explore them and experiment with them, why it's got to be so expensive?
Agreed.
Okay,
Agreed.
Right. Do you want to do the longest one in the world, or do you want to do a smaller one and then I'll attempt that?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. Says that immediately messes up.
Don't forget this goes on 2 pages.
Okay, I will. So, Stitch Fix says, Foxy, 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 how's your day? Slack, Jess, and any other valued guests. Feedback on the Twitch thing. It does suck you can't watch Twitch on the TV. It's another app to download, another account to make. To some, it's just the coffee issue. Coffee issue? Oh, okay. Too many cooks in the kitchen. I feel the same way about Discord, to be honest. There are so many tabs, so many things to navigate that I feel like I miss so much. Plus, Twitch doesn't keep your videos forever. There are no thumbnails, dates, playlists, etc., etc. It just feels like for some people, especially the older crowd, navigating all the different platforms is hard.
Can I cut in there before we get, because she moves on? So I'm really sorry, Stitch Fix, but I can't agree with that argument when I think pretty much everybody these days has got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, a bunch of other social media things, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. There's and I get there's a lot of social media platforms, but Twitch is probably the simplest one because you're only going there for a live stream. I wouldn't stay on there and watch like the videos afterwards on there. Like you're talking about, there's no thumbnails and there's no dates and playlists. No, all of that, that's all uploaded to YouTube for your convenience later on like second channels and things like that. Not everybody does, but a lot of people do. It's just twitch.tv/Foxy No-Tail or Jessiie B, and it takes you directly to their stream page. And you don't even need an app. You can do it in a browser. And yeah, okay, it might not work on your TV. It works on a lot of TVs. A lot of TVs allow you to stream it from your phone to the TV. So a lot of people can do that. While that might not work on yours, I think it's much, much easier than streaming on YouTube for people to watch. Because on YouTube, unless you're going to go to your subscriptions feed and find that YouTuber to find their live stream, there's no just direct link to their stream.
Yeah.
So as an argument as a social media application on its own, it's a terrible app. It's a horrible app. It's not very easy to use at all. But in terms of watching live streams, which is the only reason we're using it to do live streams, and the only reason we really care about you being there is for those live streams, it really couldn't be easier. So, yeah, I get there's a lot of apps out there, but it's probably the simplest ones to watch live streams on. Anyway, that's what I got to say about that. Jessiie, you got any thoughts on that before the rest of this?
I do think that it is something that for for a variety of ages is quite different. Like, I don't understand really when people my age are like, "Meh, more apps." But like, if my grandma wanted to watch, I don't think I would give her a hard time, right? I would be like, I get it, grandma. Like,
no, there is a lot. There's an awful lot, and there's too many.
Yeah,
but you don't need the rest of them. Just get YouTube and Twitch. That's all you want, and Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget Discord.
Yeah.
But no, I get the sentiment there, but I do think at the end of the day, I don't know how to word this. Like, so I get a lot of people who complain. Like, there is my line, right? Like, if you don't want to get Twitch and you don't want to watch them, that's fine. You definitely don't have to, but don't bug me to do more YouTube streams. And like, that's
or like moan that I don't get to watch your streams anymore.
Yeah,
they're still there. They're just as easy to access. You don't even have to download the app. You don't even need to make an account. You could just click the link in a browser. It's fine. It's not me, it's you.
Exactly. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes from content creators. It's not that someone doesn't want to do it. It's that they complain about doing it. And for me,
we're not
I'm
saying
like,
that's
I'm
you,
really
by the way,
sorry.
Stitch Fix.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's why we asked this question in the first place, because we just can't wrap our heads around people going, okay, I'm not watching on Twitch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's very much, I will never pressure anyone to do something just to watch me, but it very much is, please, if that is your stance, don't complain about it. Like, don't keep harping on, because that is something that all of us deal with a lot. And people are like, well, do you really get it? Yes. Every single YouTube video. At one point I was blocking Twitch because they were complaining about Twitch, because I made the mistake of posting on my YouTube, what is it, like the channel feed thing, the community tab. I posted, I'm live on Twitch. Oh my gosh. Never again will I post, just because of how many people were so mad that I was going live on Twitch and not on YouTube. And I was like, all right, that's fair. Okay. I will not do it again.
And we're not like bothered about people that wouldn't watch live streams. It's the thing is, the reason it's a question for us, the reason we don't understand it, is because it's the people that start these things with, I really want to watch your content, but I can't watch on Twitch. Why? Okay, if you watch it on TV and you can't get it on your TV, fair enough, I get it. But, right, other than that, why?
Yeah, that's exactly where that comes from. But going on to the next part, Stitch Fix, wow, words, continues saying,
grandma?
there's been a bit of discussion here about the new armor templates. I do agree they should do templates like the banner patterns to make them reusable. However, take into consideration that if you add these customization templates, you make diamond, netherite, emerald, etc., give you a specific buff, you lose the customization feature, because now if I want a specific buff, it has to look like that pattern. You have enchantments to give you the buffs you want, to customize your tools based on the way that you play. I just want to customize the armor to also look the way I want. Plus, once you have your tools and gear, what are you using diamonds for? But I will say, I use villagers to get my gear and tools because diamonds are too hard to get. Glad you have recently joined the bandwagon. I agree, I want to control my world. I want to get my stuff together, gather and build, but many times I spend all of the time gathering and I lose my motivation for the build I want to create. I will say here, that is a valid counterpart to our argument that it needs to do something, but I think that just means don't make it so expensive. Like that's
a simple option. Is just don't make it so expensive.
Yep. If you're wanting to just do patterns, then make it easy to do or easier to do, because the fact that each single template cost me 8 diamonds, ridiculous. I don't care who wants to argue with me until they're blue in the face. Like it's
seven diamonds, Jess. It's only 7.
Is it 7? I thought it was 8
no,
because
7.
It's around 7. The middle. Oh.
No. You got the template, then your piece of material underneath it, and then 7 diamonds around the middle.
Okay, there you go.
Jessiie.
Sorry, my bad.
Wow.
7.
It's cheap.
I'm so wrong. 7 diamonds is much more reasonable than 8. My bad.
There is more to Stitch Fix's message, but before we get to that bit, I just want to add in there as well. I totally agree with the whole grind thing. So even just like today and this week and last week on TB, there's so many things I want to do, but I keep putting off because I think, in order to do that, I've got to do this. And that thing is resource gathering of some ridiculous extent. It's either going mining loads of sand, or it's all right having the sand, but I got no fuel, and go and get a load of fuel, or it's all right doing that, but I need concrete now, so I need even more sand, and I need gravel, and I need to make a concrete machine, and I just want to build some stuff.
Yeah.
Why haven't I decorated my base? Because I haven't got any materials that I want, and I can't be bothered to spend hours and hours and hours going to get them. It's you could live stream it, yeah, but it's still my time.
Yeah.
I'd rather be streaming something that I'm enjoying doing, you know?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's a real struggle. Like for me, my base right now, like I have all these plans. I have ideas. I've sketched things like quite literally like on pen and paper. I've done it in creative worlds. Like I have put energy and time into doing what I want with this base. I have not done a single thing because I have been gathering resources since the beginning of the season for this. And I'm just like, I'm so tired already. Like, I don't want to build because I'm like, do you know how long I've been getting everything for? Like, nah.
I know it doesn't seem like long, but I spent an hour today just chopping wood because there's no wood shops on the server. And I'm like, I hate chopping wood. Why I gotta chop wood? I'd rather mine for diamonds and then get... At least I'm getting cobbled deep slate out of it. Jeez. And then, man, yeah, there's like amethyst. I want to do some tinted glass, but amethyst. I got 3 geodes next to each other. I've had Chuck there for a week AFK, and I got 3 pieces. Stop it. Jeez. Let's finish this message.
Yes. So edit to add. I got a set of Shocks headphones. Foxy, you have an amazing voice.
I know,
now
right?
Noticing you have a very bassy voice compared to Slack and Jessiie. Vibrating my temples with bone conduction headphones. What is a bone conduction? Okay, anyway.
Bone conduction headphones. Instead of going in your ear and having speakers in, they literally they go on to your temples and they vibrate the bones on your through the skin in the same way that your inner ear works, so that you can get really high quality audio through that way, but you don't have anything sticking in your ear hole.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look that up because I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 2-hour mini message. I watch you and Pix both equally soothing voices to me. Keep up the good work.
It's mini massage from the earphone bone conduction.
Oh, that is. It definitely I read that message. My bad.
You're very welcome. And I do have an amazingly deep voice, yes.
Maybe in comparison to my squeaky dolphin voice.
Slow Molasses says, "Hi Foxy and Jessiie. Just wanted to say I really enjoyed listening to the bonus session about AI. I have my own concerns, but you listed some interesting thoughts I'd not been aware of prior to listening to you two. Thank you for the bonus show." It was, I think it was very eye-opening from my perspective, just talking to you about it. And how did you feel about it?
I really enjoyed it. I then went on after we were done. And like I talked to the hubs about it, and then I was talking to some of my like my real life artist friends and like hearing their opinions. It was it really got my brain going, so I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, and now if you would like your brain going too, not you, Jessiie B, the people at home, jeez, you could join the Patreon and listen to the bonus show. Just saying, right, okay, next.
Zachary Quack says, "First time, long time, love your work. But as much as I want to rid the game of the wandering trader, you would be doing everyone that watches your content a disservice. Much like the Reliant Regal in Mr. Bean, watching and hearing your reactions to the wandering trader popping by is an absolute highlight that makes me giggle every time. I love that you hate it and the creative ways in which it is summarily dispatched. Z died by creeper explosion while enjoying your frustration.
Yes. Yes, I do. I do like to take care of the wandering trader.
I forget what season it was. Was it season 2 where you had like a montage of you, like, killing him? Like of him going away. It's like you ranted. It was like I can't remember what season it was, but I remember that very vividly, that video, and just laughing because like the way you talk, it just made me laugh.
Oh, jeez. Amanchu says, I love the new armor trim template mechanics. Get out, Amanchu. Fired. 7 diamonds is admittedly a bit expensive to duplicate a template, but there needs to be a new use for diamonds. No, there doesn't. I can't understand this obsession people have with diamonds and need to collect them. They're worthless right now. No, they're not. I only need 6 diamonds for my first pick, an enchanting table and a music box. After that, I can get full diamond gear from villagers for a few sticks. Oh, my goodness. Jessiie B, hold me back. Hold me back. The next person that tells me you can get all of your diamond gear from villagers, I'm going to ban from everything in the world because you cannot. Yes, technically you can, but you need to go through, unless you're cheating with a resource pack that shows you the villager trades, which you can't have on all editions, so it's cheating because you can't have it on console and you can't have it on certain devices, right? You would have to go through hundreds of villagers to get the ones you wanted, therefore taking way more time than it would take you to just go down digging with that 6 diamonds you got with your first pickaxe and get your own gleaming diamonds. Villagers are not an excuse.
I actually agree with that. I used to be a big like, just get villagers, and now I'm just like, no. One, I can't stand working with villagers because you're right. Even though I do use the show me the villager trade thing, the add-on or what? Not add-on, resource pack. It's absolutely cheating. Like it's a cheaty thing to do, and
it's no different from X-ray, really, is it?
Yeah,
where's the diamonds
it
at?
Isn't. Yep. They do fall under like the same category. As much as I hate to say that, and the only reason I use it is because I'm a content creator, and if I had to spend 80 years of my life rolling villagers, I think I would scream. Just
Jessiie,
like absolutely lose my mind.
Just play with keep infantry.
Oh my god. Oh.
If you're going to cheat.
Wow.
It is very useful. I used it. I used it for the first time ever. I actually downloaded it this season just to try and figure out what was going on with my farmer villagers. I'd done all my other villagers first, but my farm ones, I didn't realize that they could have other trades from Golden Carrot at the end. So I popped it on. I'd already rolled with the trades with the villagers, so I didn't use it for rolling trades, but I wanted to just check. And yeah, there were different depending on the farmer. But yeah, I absolutely think that resource pack on something like Truly Bedrock is so cheaty. I wouldn't like be mad at anyone for using it because everybody does. But to me, that's no different from putting on an X-ray pack and going straight for the diamonds because you are just cheating your way to resources. And that brings me to comments I got. I said in my last video that I needed a load of glass, and people went, "Well, I've just used villagers." For the quantities of glass I need, I would either need to spend hours and hours and hours waiting for the 3 villagers that actually sell glass that I've got to keep refreshing their trades to buy more, because they only sell you like 12 pieces of glass or something stupid, or I'd have to have hundreds of villagers. And I just don't, I don't understand, unless you're there with these cheaty packs or you're creatively putting them into your world, how people have got the time and patience to have villagers on that scale for every single item they need. It's not an excuse to me. It's not a solution. Much easier to get glass from other means. Much easier.
Agreed.
Okay. Sorry, Manchu. We're not attacking you there, but this you say you can't understand the obsession people have with diamonds. I can't understand the obsession people have with villagers. Jeez.
Seal Stew says, not okay with forced requirements of smithing templates on netherite upgrading. No other armor requires it, and as netherite is not simply cosmetic, it needs to be left out of this update. Leave it alone.
Well,
But
this
people
is their
want
point.
their netherite
Exactly.
to look fancy. That's
Yeah.
I
think they're talking about the fact just actually getting the netherite onto the diamond.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
think
weird.
at this point, why not just make netherite its own armor rather than trying to attach it to diamond? If it's gonna be this expensive to get like all of these upgrade templates, just scrap the netherite update template and just let us craft netherite armor with the same way we do all the other armors. Sure, it's going to cost us a bunch more ingots, but it's going to be really expensive anyway. The way this
Can't
is
you
going.
already do that?
No, you have to use a smithing table, don't you? And you put your a diamond armor
Are you
in.
sure?
Yes.
Why have we ever been able to craft it?
No.
Because I'm gonna check that
You're
because I'm
checking now,
pretty
aren't you?
sure. Of course I am. It's me. I have to.
As far as I'm aware, it's not a thing.
Well, we're gonna find out in two shakes.
Jessiie B playing Minecraft during the podcast again, everybody.
I was talking with someone about that on stream the other day, on my last stream, because we've realized that it's one of those things. Remember how we have talked at length about how
You don't listen and pay attention, yeah?
no, shush. No, the fact that like multitasking and how you can't do things and have like music on in the background and stuff like that.
Mm.
I have to. Like, I can't just do one thing, or like I get really fidgety and like anxious and like I need to be doing multiple things. It's just a thing. And you're right, you can't. Wow, I feel like that was a thing at some point.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well there you go.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's it just needs to be cheaper. It's just if it's cosmetic, just make it cheaper. I think we're gonna have a lot of feedback, a lot of questions on this. So we're holding tight, Jessiie B.
Yep.
Pepper Block says, after listening to your latest episode concerning the armor trims, no! This is like the inventory update all over again.
It is, absolutely.
I'm in two minds about the update. I love the new armor options, and better yet, my kids do too. But I must admit, without some extra benefit, the costs just don't justify the means for myself. Lucky to get 4 to 5 hours playtime per week on a single-player world where no one will see it. Exactly, Beba. My suggestion would be to add a small yet valuable skills to each trim, a lot like you suggested. More items trimmed equals more bonus. Or look crazy and have 4 different trims for 4 different benefits. Gold trim equals piglins and neutral. Emerald equals discounted villager pricing. Lapis equals better enchanting table rolls. Iron equals tool or / armor repair cost is lowered, etc. Yeah, I would like that, but I honestly think the simplest thing to do is just to make it cheaper.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think the problem is, even if it's cheaper or even if they did something for kids like Oliver and probably for Ethan, actually going and finding the trim that they want is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've got to kill an Elder Guardian for that one. Oh, I don't want that one then. How do I get this one? Well, if you go to a desert temple, there's a chance you'll find one in one of the chests. Oh, I don't want that one then. I'm not near a desert. Can I just creative it in? So, yeah, I think there'll be a lot of kids passing their parents' iPads saying, "Can you get me this one, Dad or Mum?"
Yeah, I think that will definitely be a big thing with it, is people basically just being in creative because that's what they want because of kids. Like I know. I don't even have to ask Ethan. I know. he's gonna want everything, and he's gonna get really frustrated. He's gonna try because he's a good kid and he likes like the fun. But he's also that kid, if he can't do it, he's just gonna cry.
Yeah. Do you remember this easy mode that we were talking about, Jessiie B?
Yeah, exactly.
This would be perfect for this.
It would. So yeah.
I came up with a new way of doing that. Or a new addition to our easy mode thing, actually. I should have put it in the wish list, but I'm going to suggest it now. Right? You know how we've got a game rule for turning off mob spawning? And we've got a game rule for making it peaceful difficulty instead of whatever difficulty you're on.
Yes.
What if, and we got a game rule for mob griefing as well. We got lots of different game rules that give you lots of different options, but none of them are right. What if for our super easy mode that we want to play with our kids when we're playing together, when we're in peaceful, it doesn't stop mobs from spawning, it just makes them peaceful. So they don't attack you.
Ooh, so they don't attack you at all, or they don't attack you unless you attack them?
No, don't attack you at all. Because I was thinking, how would you get a trident in peaceful?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get slime in peaceful unless you go and bothering a lot of pandas, you know? So why not just have mobs in the world and just go, oh, well, that's a peaceful one. So they're all in peaceful. They're just not going to bother you. And then you get the full experience of the game, but you're not, well, you're in peaceful. I think that's a much better idea.
I really agree. I think that would solve a lot of problems, and I think kids would have a lot of fun.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. Is it me or you? It's you, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's me. Nobody says, thank you for putting Enderai in the good ideas bin and great pod as always. Amazing audio and pitch perfect, silky smooth voices all around. Nobody 2023 spontaneously combusted after hearing the Enderite made it into the good ideas bin.
Oops. Oh, well, it was nice knowing you. Oh, no, they lied, Jessiie B. They're back with another piece of feedback.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Right, this one's pretty much the same as what we've got above from Bedrock, with the idea that there was... they basically go into detail of all the different effects they could have, so I'll read it quickly. All right, I fixed the armor trims. Emerald would give you slightly better villager trades. Netherite would make wearer take less fire damage and lava damage. Iron would increase the armor's durability by 20, which I think is probably a bit too much. Amethyst would give you the ability to mine deep slate faster. Yes, please, I'm all about that. Amethyst. Gold would have piglins ignore you and also give you better trades. I don't know about the better trades, but the ignoring you fine. Diamond would give you fortune-like effect where you get more ores from a vein and the effect would stack with fortune. Redstone would increase your positive potion effect duration, which I really like that idea. And Lapis would give you a better chance to get enchanted books when fishing or just better enchantments on the enchantment table. That would be cool. You've got a Lapis suit on, yeah? Your luck goes up. How good would that be?
That would be amazing. Imagine breaking like fortune and stuff. Like you're just better luck in general.
Yeah, I would wear my Lapis suit when I go to the enchantment table.
Yeah, me too. That would be cool.
And then quartz would give you extra 10 XP from everything, and copper would give you full stop. So they either run out of space, finished, or couldn't think of what to do with copper. But I like the quartz giving you more XP as well.
I do too.
Yeah. Now, the more I think about it, the more I want them to have these effects on the armor.
I do too.
I like it in games where you've got like different bits of kit or gear with different buffs on, but they're also cosmetic because you're like, oh, but I really like the look of that one.
Yeah.
But this one actually gives me 5 more defense. And you're making that mental choice then. And it's frustrating at the time because you want both, but it's a good choice to make. It's nice to have that choice. That would be great if these offered that similar sort of feel to the players. Like, I really want to wear the gold one today, but I'm going to be doing a lot of enchanting. I'd go for my Lapis set.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That is it from the feedback today. Thank you very much for leaving feedback, all of you lovely, lovely peeps. It is time to go into the news, and we have many news this week, Jessiie B.
Woo! We like news.
Yeah, we got 2 Bedrock beaters that we were going to be talking about, but before we get to that, I'm actually going to go jump ahead to the new Java Snapshot, which does, you'll all be so happy to know, it solves all of the armor trim problems, Jessiie. They have listened.
All of them?
Yep, every single issue we had, they've listened and they've fixed it. Are you ready?
So I'm so ready. Tell me.
Okay, so first thing they've done is they've tweaked the enchantment glint again to make it even more invisible, but slightly higher contrast.
Nice, okay.
Yep. They have, the effect command you can type in, give your player like night vision or something?
Yeah.
They've made it so you can type infinite instead of just spamming 9. So this is Java,
nice.
remember? But yeah, that is nice. They have allowed us to put armor trims on leather armor.
Okay.
I don't think anyone was asking for that. And it seems totally pointless, seems like you could already colour leather armour in, but we can. We can have netherite trim on leather armour, and then it will last for 10 seconds as soon as the armour's dead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for listening, Mojang. The good news, Jessiie B, they have allowed us to have the same material for trims as the armour, so if we've got gold armour on, we can have it with the gold trim. Again, something we were all screaming for. Thank you very much, Mojang, for listening.
Okay.
I think they went looked at the feedback with the reverse order number of votes. Which one's got the least votes? I'm
so confused. Right.
The good news is, the genuinely good news is, they have tweaked how often or how common the templates are to find. So
okay.
The majority of templates will now find, you will get at least 2. No, it says the following common armor trims now always generate 2 templates in a chest when found, and that is Dune, Coast, Wild, and Sentry. And then it says this is to give new players a chance to understand that smithing templates are consumed when used. So when it's your first time you got one and you use it on the smithing table and it go bye-bye, it's okay, you've got another one. So
wow.
Then they said in general, it says across the board, smithing templates have been made slightly more common, and the netherite upgrade one is twice as common as well. So it's still not great.
No. No, it's not.
But they say, while we do want netherite upgrading to be more challenging, why? We felt that the previous rates did not encourage further exploration after finding the first netherite upgrade template. So by giving us 2, how is that encouraging further exploration?
Yeah.
Well, I get 2 at the next one. I go there. No, I take them both home and I use my diamonds.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I am honestly not on the same wavelength as the people that work at Mojang anymore.
No.
I think we have the age gap, the generation has broken somewhere in the middle. They're listening to whatever that Korean pop music's called. I can't remember. I'm too old.
K-pop?
Yeah. That was the joke, Jessiie B. Jeez, you've ruined my joke. And there's me listening to a bit of Guns N' Roses. Jeez. Wow. Thanks for smashing my joke to pieces there. Appreciate it, mate.
Welcome.
Jeez. Okay. Minecraft Bedrock Beta and Preview 1.19.70.20 is interesting, Jessiie B.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you know how on Java Edition forever they've been able to sneak under a 1.5 block tall thing?
Yeah, they're like the trapdoors.
Yep.
Right?
We can do that now. No. Wait a minute. No. Roll back. Rewind.
Okay.
You said like the trapdoors. I'm saying no. So this is if you've got like a door height block and you put a slab at the top of it, you can go under it. So it's 1.5 blocks tall.
Oh, okay.
Sneaking.
Yeah.
But it totally breaks third person. You can't see anything in third person. The camera's just totally broken. But it's fine, because you can still sneak under it.
Okay.
You know how on Java Edition, they've got the trapdoor thing where you flip it down and you go in swim mode?
Yes.
They haven't given us that.
Oh, rude.
They have taken away the ability to breed up super speedy horses.
Okay, yeah.
Which is fine.
Hasn't that one gone away like 8 times already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. But it's gone away again. And there's a whole bunch of other fixes as well there. But one that Squirrelicious will be most pleased about, Jessiie B.
Okay, what's that?
There have been badgering my Discord, the Bugdate Discord, the Minecraft Update Discord, Twitter, with the fact that note blocks on Bedrock Edition, you stand more than 3 feet away from them, you can't hear them anymore. Okay, we've had it on this in the Bugdate section. We've had it on the wish list, and Mojang have listened, and they have fixed the note block sound attenuation, which means that note blocks you will now be able to hear them from further away.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're actually loud enough now to hear when you're standing right next to one, and you can hear them.
Good.
You can hear them. I think it's like 30 blocks away. So yeah, that is good. I'm really glad they fixed that. And there's a whole bunch of other things in there, but nothing really that stands out and makes me go, "Ooh, that's good."
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm only interested in ooh features these days. These are the ones that can get lost.
Agreed. Those are the ones that matter.
Yeah. I don't care about players no longer taking rapid damage when touching damaging blocks. That's their problem. I'm not touching damaging blocks. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't care about destroying mangrove logs or mangrove wood now properly causing leaves to decay. I don't want to do that. Jeez, I don't care that bedrock breaking's been fixed because end crystals that occupy the same space as a block will no longer cause that block to disappear. I don't care. I just want ooh ones, okay? Jeez. We're going to get some ooh ones, hopefully.
Yeah.
In the in Minecraft Bedrock Beta and Preview 1.19.70.21, Jessiie B, which came out, I think, maybe today. Yes, it did. Okay. You ready for the ooh features?
I'm ready. Ready.
Okay. Yeah, so, okay, that's enough of the... the Pigling and Dragon Head blocks no longer animate in the hotbar or inventory.
Oh, dang. Well, there you go.
Players
Updated.
Players now able to place top slabs in blocks that are only partially blocked by an entity. And players can no longer see through partial blocks when sneaking or riding in third person. So, great.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad they started off so well.
It's so strong.
And then the next week it's just like, weekly is hard, guys. Maybe we did monthly. So,
oh, goodness.
Yeah, no, there's not much in it. There's a whole bunch of fixes and stuff, but again, it's the sort of stuff that's not really newsworthy. It's not particularly interested. And if you are interested, you want to know everything that's going on, then the links for those will be in the show notes. Don't worry, guys, they got your back, okay? Or just watch Silent Whispers video because he covers all that sort of rubbish. Right, okay, moving on to the bug date, Jessiie B. Have you got any bugs for me this week, please?
I don't, actually.
Fired.
I know.
I got a bug today.
Okay, what was that?
Yeah, so, I told you I went to go chopping lots of drowns to get tridents.
Yeah.
Well, it was nighttime, and large strips of my ocean and funny shapes was all lit up underwater, and the top of the surface of the water was light as well in spaces.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that for a long time, and as I was swimming around through those bits, it would suddenly get like super bright under the water and then go really, really dark and then go super bright and really dark. It was really weird. So,
you know what? Now that you've said that, I've had the dark one. Like it randomly will get super dark. And I was like, what is happening? I was like, did I turn off the lights? Like that I have gotten a few times. I totally forgot about that until you said that.
It's almost like it thinks that well, it doesn't make sense for the top of the water, I guess, but for the bottom of the water, it's almost like it thinks it's shallower than it is, and the light difference, it's really weird. So I assume this is one of these, and yet another one of these client-side, server-side, like, who's actually got the chunk information things.
Yeah.
But why the lighting would be different on both of them. There's nothing above it. The sky was completely clear. There's no overhanging blocks, no nothing. But there we go. One of those things. Very strange.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is.
It is. Right, we have a couple of bugs from the peeps, starting with Squirrelicious, who says, they fixed no block volume drop issue in the latest preview! Foxy no happy, which is an emote from the Discord, doesn't really transfer to the doc. Happy squirrel noises. However, she goes on, whilst testing this fix, I found they've somehow unlinked button sounds from the block's volume slider. Meaning they can't be silenced independently.
1 second.
Except Crimson and Warped Wood variants, which are okay. This seems to have come about in 1.90.60.25 when they changed the sound of wooden buttons to match Java. I created a bug report. Looks like it needs other people to test and confirm if they get the same result. Oh, squirrelicious. You're finding all the bugs these days. Thank you very much for that bug report. We will log it down, put it in the show notes, and I will share it with everybody and make sure it's upvoted. But that sucks. I didn't know they'd changed the sound of the wooden buttons, though, to match Java editions. Did you, Jessie? Oh, yes, I knew they had. Oh, yeah, it sounds really weird now. I've noticed it for a long time. But you don't play in the previews, Jessie. No, I don't really play in the previews, no. Well, how did you know they changed it then? Oh, well, sorry, I wasn't paying attention because I was playing Minecraft. Ah, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You didn't hear any of that, did you?
No, I didn't. I said, hold on.
You might want to listen to this week's podcast.
Okay.
I wasn't doing an impression of you, don't worry.
Oh, joy. This will
but
be
you
good.
answered that last piece of Bugdate perfectly. I really appreciate it.
Good. I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
Am I on Out of Dutch?
You are, yes.
Out of Dutch says, not sure if it's a bug or working as intended, but apparently if you try to open a chest with an ender pearl in your hand, you throw it instead. We'll update if I can find bug report replicate it this evening. That sounds like user error. That sounds so mean. But isn't that a thing? If you accidentally click on stuff all the time.
If you're carrying a magical orb in your hand that when it touches something, it transforms you across time and space to that point, and you have it in your hand and you go to unlock a chest, it's going to touch that chest, and that magical power is going to transfer you to the chest. Even in real life, that's a problem.
Even in real life?
Yeah. Yeah. And you never had that. You don't carry many magical orbs at home. I find myself pinging all over the kitchen when I'm holding one while I'm cooking. When it got me in the oven was a bit of a problem, but I glitched out the side, so it's okay. I think it sounds like a bug, but that sounds like working as intended. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It just thinks you want to throw it. Okay. Squirrelicious says, okay, guys, the next no-block parity issue is we need to resolve on Bedrock is the fact that observers don't detect block updates when facing into a note block that's being tuned. This functionality would enable note blocks to be used as an alternate, optionally silent, to trigger for redstone circuits. And there is a bug report there as well. Yeah, that would be brilliant. I noticed that not long ago, actually. I was trying to use one in a redstone circuit, and I'd be like, why am my observer not seeing it, bro? Come on. So, or even like just playing one, I think it wasn't even noticing that, but I don't know if that's been fixed. It was a while ago. So, yes, fix it.
Yeah, there you go. Maribel Jade, someone we know, says
just
Ben
writes
went
total
invisible.
nonsense in the normally. So I just take this with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, there we go. Bed went invisible. Hadn't realized I'd placed it crossing a chunk border. Left the chunk, and when I came back, my bed was gone. Eventually, I was able to break the bed and place it somewhere else. Happened on stream, and
Cool.
She's listed the report.
Yeah,
That's
of course
interesting.
it did, Jade. Of course it did. Yeah, if you say so. Right. Happened on stream, guys. I promise it happened. Yeah. Unfortunately, the VOD happened to just be deleted at that particular point in the stream. But I found a bug report of someone called Jarabel Maid that didn't make it up. It's true. I didn't know that. If that's come back again, that used to be quite common, that your bed would disappear and it was because it was over a chunk border. I haven't seen it in ages, like pre 1.16 times. So I'm glad all the good ones are finally coming back. It's like flared trousers.
So good.
Right, that's the end of the bug date. If you've got a bug and you want to tell us about it, then join the Discord and put it on there. Or you can fill in the other rubbish that we don't listen to. So, right. Wish list time, Jessie B. Tell me you've got a wish.
I don't.
You don't have a wish?
I don't have a wish. Everything. I don't know. I'm jaded now.
Minecraft perfect, guys. Yes, you don't need to wish for nothing.
No, I don't want nothing. I just want a game that works.
Why are you jaded? Because of these trims?
Maybe.
Put you off playing Minecraft forever?
No, not in that context. Just like everything I want, I've said, and it just feels odd now being like, oh, I want this, I want that. And when I don't really, I would just be picking something just to pick something.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, like,
The wish list is kind of bloated.
yeah.
But we probably get to a point where we've forgotten all the stuff that's in it and we'll come up with them again as whole new, fresh ideas, so it'll be good. So don't worry about
Twilight Forest win, bruh.
it. There you go. Jessie B had a wish. I don't have a wish either, Jessie B. I wish these wish list items would make it into the game. Jeez, what's the point of this curating this amazing list if they can't even be bothered?
Exactly.
Jeez. And like they've got reverse. I think all the data they're getting in is going in reverse. So chances are all these wish list things we're providing for them, they're thinking these are things people absolutely definitely don't want. Maybe we should start feeding them the bad ideas instead, Jessie.
Yeah, right? No, our luck, they would be like, Foxy No Tail from the... really liked this idea and sent it into us.
All players should be dead. Yes, okay, let's just put this in. No problem. Yeah. Jeez. Fortunately, the listeners at home are never short of wish list ideas, and we have a whole bunch, starting with Out of Dutch, who says... I think this is my best wish list idea yet. Is everybody ready? The suspense is building. Can we have a drum roll, please? For one entire year, Mojang or Microsoft or whoever is in charge over there should reveal absolutely nothing about their updates. Then they can say we put out an update today, but that's it. And here's why. The best part of Minecraft, in my opinion, of course, were those first days, weeks and months where you were learning new things about the game and how to play it. The discovery, I feel like doing this could restore a bit of the magic that came with the first experience. TLDR, Mojang should Willy Wonka this thing. And then, what'll be great about that Out of Dutch is because they haven't hyped anything up, no one will play it because they haven't updated the game in so long. And they won't be looking for these things of updating because nobody listens to Mojang's Twitter account. Nobody goes to the Minecraft.net, and there's only a handful of useful people like ourselves sharing this news with you. So the like 32 people that listen to our podcast regularly will be like, oh, there's been an update. I wonder what's in that. But they won't have that fun because we'll have told them everything in it.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
I think there should be a much bigger gap. I've said about this a lot. Much bigger gap before they start announcing things. And I think they need to actually have things that are worth announcing. I think they've been playing a very safe game for the last couple of years and they're not even achieving that. And I think they need to bring some of that Mojang magic back, where they come up with crazy ideas that we'd never thought of. I don't want them to listen. What other games company, and I'm sure there's some, but what other games company listens to what all of the people at home playing the game have to say and then try and squeeze it into the game? They don't. They go, right, what's the next piece of DLC? Well, wouldn't this be amazing? And wouldn't that be amazing? And they have a vision for the game because they work there. They know where they want it to go. And they should be the ones in charge. They shouldn't be listening to us. We don't know. There's so many millions of players. We've all got completely different ideas and opinions on how the game should be and shouldn't be. You can't put all of that in a big pot and then hope to get something good out of it. It's just nonsense. So Mojang, you decide and then tell us what it is like a couple of months before so we can start getting excited about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to have my say. I don't want because the other problem with it, we're listening to the community is like, when you don't get heard, it hurts, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people get their feelings hurt, not because you've taken fireflies out of the game, but because you said you were listening. And then you didn't listen to them. If you're not listening, if you just say, no, we're making this game, this is our game, you buy it, you play it, but we're making it, you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings for not listening to them. And then, sure, if there's a massive, big problem and enough people shout out, fix it, but don't just go, we got this idea. What do you think? I don't like it. Okay, hang on. Change it. What about now? No, okay, change it a bit. Now? Oh, okay. Well, it was a good idea, and we thought it was. That's how it feels. Am I being harsh?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. It's a weird position, right? Where I get wanting to appease people, but I just think they do too much. I think it's entirely too much.
What, they do too much work or they listen to people too much?
Listen to people too much. like I don't know what has happened where where they were just like I'm I don't know
They
how to
lost
word
their
it. Like,
confidence.
yes, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's a confidence or creativity or what it is, but it's just like, okay, you guys, we have this idea and we think it's pretty good. We think it's pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
But
weird.
I don't care what I think. Well, I do, but no one else does. So no, you shouldn't. It's man, just come up with an idea you're proud of, and don't listen when people don't like it. Just go with
Yeah.
it. Just go with it. I almost feel like at some point they've sat that back in the office and gone, "Oh, we've done this this update. We're all so proud of it, but no, like nobody liked it because they heard a few horrible people saying something about it, and then they've gone, well, in future we'll just let them pick, let them choose."
Yeah.
Like this year, they've not even come up with a name for it because it's so, it just
Yeah.
feels so. It just feels like they've got no
Pandery?
confidence.
Yeah, it's very it's interesting.
We
I don't know.
we don't want to suggest something in case it's got, no, just do it. We don't stop
Yeah.
stop it.
Agreed.
Right.
Stitch fixes next with idea. Instead of arguing over inventory, can we just give gravestones that have our stuff and name it? So you still have to go back and fetch it, but don't have to spend the time trying to remake it. No.
No, I never liked gravestones.
Yeah.
They're way too cheaty. I wouldn't mind if there was a game rule to turn off the 5-minute delay time, because that can be frustrating if you're in an area that's
Yeah.
loaded. That works great in single player, but if you're in an area that's loaded, it's a nightmare. Because there's that tension of I've got to get back to my stuff, and I know I was down in this mine shaft somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. That's quite exciting. It's very frustrating if you don't get there in time, but it's so rewarding if you do.
Yeah.
Or you was like, I died near lava, how much stuff have I got left? And you get there and it's like, oh, everything except for this one thing I didn't really care about. Or I still got this one thing I didn't really care about, but everything else is gone.
I've had that one quite a lot. Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh, at least my sticks survived. Oh, good. So yeah, no gravestones, I'm afraid, Stitch Fix.
Yeah.
Just play with Keep Inventory, bro. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squirrelacia says, I'm determined to make this episode all about note blocks. I think you've nailed it, Squirrel. So here's my wish list for improving their usability and impact in music making. 1. More instruments. Some ideas. Choir, bowed string, cello through violin, tom and crash cymbal to complete the standard drum set, brass, tuba through trumpet, and steel drum. You don't want much then. Jeez. 2, a broader range of pitches per instrument. All currently have 2 octaves, but it would make sense to for some to span a total of 5 octaves currently available. 3, a GUI which would make it easy to choose them, especially if their range is increased, with added possibility to set volume and length of resonance for certain instruments. There's already a feedback item for these types of enhancements. Please upvote it and comment with your ideas for further improvements and additional instruments. I think it would be great if Minecraft had more... there was a more creative way of producing music. But I like the fact that it's limited to the Minecraft sounds, because you get that. It's like, it's iconic. When you get a note block song, you know it's from Minecraft. So I don't think there should be massive amounts of new instruments. I wouldn't mind a couple of different instruments here and there, but I still think they should be very, very 8-bit Minecraft sounding. The octaves thing, maybe there could be like a block you could put a note block on that like makes it go higher pitched, and the block you put it on that makes it go lower pitched, almost like Soul Sand makes it go higher pitched and Magma Blocks makes it go lower pitched like they do with bubbles.
Yeah.
So that could be quite interesting. And I definitely think like a GUI, just an inventory screen to tune them. I think that would be really useful, especially if it would show you the note, like, because that could be really helpful for teaching kids music. Because learning reading music's a dying art, and if you just had like a score on there and you could see the note block and where that note was on the lines, I think that would be a really lovely thing. So that would be my variation on that. Jessiie?
I'm thinking. I think you're right. If there were, if it changed, yeah, yeah. I think good idea as long as it was more how you described it. And I guess I don't want a bunch of instruments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm just, I feel so bad. I'm one of those people, I don't really care about the music blocks and stuff. So I'm so not the audience, the audience for this. So I'm just like, I'm listening. And I think you're right. I think I wouldn't be opposed to that.
No, it's not going to affect the game in any way.
Yeah.
So I think those things would all be an advantage, and I think they would allow for a much wider range of creativity with music, and it also might lead more people into actually doing stuff with it. Because one of the things that puts me off note block music is the fact that I got to try and tune it without knowing what key it's in.
Yes.
Just listening to it. Am I going to get my little tuning app on my phone and put it near the speaker so I can try and figure out? No, just give me a GUI. I wouldn't even mind if they just do that and don't give us more octaves, don't give them more instruments. Just do that, and then I can make a song then, because I know how to write music and read music. So if I have that ability to see what note it is, and ideally change it without having to go through clicking every single note for 2 whole octaves, then that would be great. I'd do a load more of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I agree. So I have put in good ideas bin with a few changes.
Yeah, with conditions or changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Greystone says, "Hi, Foxy, Jessiie, and Slack. My
Hello.
idea for the wish list is when items break, they don't disappear. Instead, they become unusable with the different icon, much like the broken elytra. I believe this would allow players to retire tools and armor in their world and keep historical records of their things.
Yes.
Obviously, players can still mend their items if they wish. If they want to mend their broken items, then make it relatively expensive. Thanks for the great podcast." I really like the idea of having them broken. I think I think it's really cool. I do think maybe if it's broken, you can't mend it, though. Like, if you let it get to the point where it, actually breaks, then don't mend it. And then you can have, cool things like that, mementos. Because there still should be some sort of need. Maybe not even. Maybe it doesn't even need conditions. Maybe just have it. Sure.
Yeah, I haven't got an issue with either of those, because let's look at this in a different angle, right? Nobody does it anymore because mending exists. But have you tried to use an anvil to repair an enchanted piece of your armor, netherite armor? Most of the time, it'll tell you it's too expensive, right? And it costs you either diamonds or netherite to do it. And it costs you a lot of XP. So I don't see the difference between repairing an item with 0 durability and repairing an item with 1 durability when it's that ridiculously expensive. And at one point, it gets to the point where it says it's too expensive and it won't allow you to anyway. So I just say keep it in as it is, but at some point or other, it is going to become too expensive beyond where the game will allow you to do it. And at that point, it becomes a memento.
Yeah, I like that.
So there you go. No changes needed other than it don't just vanish. It just go, oh, I'm broke, mate. My pickaxey the bit at the top fell off. The stick snapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Just needs a new stick. Reminds me that you probably won't have seen Only Fools and Horses, will you, Jessiie?
No, I won't.
Amazing piece of British history sitcom from back in the day. But basically, there was one of the characters it was called Trigger, and he was a guy who went out and swept the roads. And one of the jokes was he was in the pub talking to his mates about how he'd been in the newspaper for having taken care of his broom for 30 years, his sweeping brush. One of the guys goes, "Well, how have you managed to have the same broom for 30 years? He says, "Well, I take good care of it. It's had 13 new heads and 14 new handles." So, yeah. Anyway, it didn't come. You have to watch it. Watch that clip. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you'll have to send me, in the DM, send me the name of it, and I'll look it up.
I will. I want to do that now. Hang on.
Yeah, do it.
See, it's good, isn't it?
Ridiculous. I love it. I love British humor.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Right, okay. So, sorry for those of you at home that haven't seen that clip. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. But me and Jessie B thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
oh, geez.
good.
M2 Lansky says, what if I trim armor? What if trim armor has enchantments, boost effect like gold armor has the enchant... I tell you what, I'm just going to take that one away. Nobody... Sorry, this doesn't make any sense. Nobody 2023 says, more farmable clocks, maybe corn or rice.
Nobody, we have had that one before, and it was already in the good ideas bin.
Yeah, it's probably already in there. So, yeah. Ooh, I think cornfields would be really cool.
I really want rice fields, too. Like, yeah. I would think that would just look really cool to have, like, the little, like, marshy farmland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Nobody 2023 also says, you know how people want actual dogs in the game instead of wolves?
Yeah, well, I tried to get Nelly in, but she don't fit inside the computer. And it makes her make weird noise. And why make strange noise? Just get in computer.
I think a better idea would be variants of the wolf texture. For example, instead of classic gray fur, it might be brown fur with black and white spots. I know wolves have dyeable colors, but I think it's not enough. You can get a resource pack that will do that for you.
It's not the same, though, is it? I like the iconic Minecraft dog. I think it's perfect. But if we got all of these stupid different coloured cats, why can't we have different coloured dogs?
Yeah, sure. Why?
Why not?
I don't know.
Not hurting anybody, is it? We got all different coloured fish, different coloured rabbits, different coloured llamas, different coloured horses. Why can't we have different coloured dogs?
Because I don't want them.
Okay, fair enough. We're not having it. Sorry, nobody. Nobody 2023 also says, just something to know about me. I'm big on PvP, so anything that can get me a victory over my foes is a welcome addition. So in the good ideas bin, there is an overhaul on ranged weapons. I want an overhaul on melee weapons. Well, nobody 2023, I want never gets, is what my mum always used to say. So please and thank you wouldn't go far astray. One could be a broadsword that deals heavy damage but has a cooldown between attacks. Heck, while I'm at it, we could have the Java attack cooldown system too. No, absolutely not. That cooldown system needs to be crunched up, thrown away, shredded, and then eaten by a goat. It's awful.
God.
I'll have a broadsword, a long sword, a knife, a dagger. Well, no, not knives. No, I don't think we should have knives in Bedrock. No,
I don't think so either.
But you know what I mean, like daggers, like more melee stuff. Yeah, just a combat overhaul in general, I'd be very happy with.
Agreed.
Magical in as well. So
I want that magical update.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we'll take it a bit.
A bit, yeah.
Good idea, a bit.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Lemon Aiden says, Nether villages. There could be a red and blue villager that's a nether village. Also, instead of crops, there can be nether wart or warped mushrooms. Okay, so season 2, we did the whole piglin storyline, right? And I built a village in the nether. And I really liked it. I was a fan, and I think it made me feel like I would love to see them just in vanilla, just random villages. And it would make sense. I don't know. It would make sense where like piglins could be. I'm a fan. I like the idea.
I thought when they were doing the Nether update and they were going to introduce the piglins and the bastions that we were going to have Nether villages, but they would have been piglins, and I would be happy with that. I would be happy with piglins being able to have workstations and jobs and farm Nether wart, and because you can trade with them or barter with them. I think that should be the thing. I don't think it should be actual villagers. That doesn't make sense to me. And I think there should be a version in the end as well, some sort of alien creature that does a similar sort of thing, has a different way of sharing items with the player and would do sort of semi-remedial tasks. And I think the piglins should keep their ability to be absolutely thoroughly angry with the player for opening chests and not wearing gold. But I just think there could be more to them. So, yeah. Should we put a piglins villagers in the good ideas bin?
Piglin specifically villagers. Good idea.
Okay, there we go then. I don't think they need to be any different from the actual piglins. They just need to be able to have a profession. That makes sense?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Lemon Aiden also says, dyeable end rods. You can dye an end rod so it can turn a different colour. As much as I love lights and different coloured lights and different light options, I'm not into this.
Yeah, I'm not keen on the idea either.
We had end rods have had a bit of a history from having that pink end to finally putting a grey end on it, which was the right thing to do. Should have been that from the start. But I like the white light of it. I really like how it is. I
do too.
I don't think we need dyeable lighting at this point. Although, can you imagine what crazy stuff you could come up with if you could have just like a white light that you could dye different colours and you could have like dance floors and it'd be amazing. Yeah. Oh man. Right. No. Moving away. Move away.
Tyler says, I love the idea of these armor trims, but hate that they are near impossible to get in survival if they're purely cosmetic. So my idea is I would like for them to be craftable at least. Maybe do the base material surrounded by the secondary material. Just an idea. That way it isn't near impossible to get them. Or maybe like Foxy and Jessiie said, we could use 1, maybe 2 diamonds to duplicate these templates. Yeah, so I do think that, again, it all just comes down to expense. I don't think that it should be so expensive. I don't necessarily like the idea. I'm confused. What do they mean by crafting it? Like
that you can craft the templates, and I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I don't either.
No, they're not nearly impossible to get. They're just... If you were in a single-player world, providing you're prepared to put a little bit of time in, you could go off on a journey, and after a few hours, you could probably have all of them.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's going to be harder for servers than it is for single
players. For single players, we're in a hard game. Run the server, nice and easy. I just go see a friend, say I got the templates for a friend. They say, yeah, I got plenty of templates, how many want? I'll take 2 templates, please. Oh, no problem, friend. Yeah, doing it on the server would be decidedly more tricky if people had already been out for them. And if those people didn't like sharing. So, or those people didn't know how they worked and went to make them on their armor and made them all go pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, Jessie B, the templates, instead of disappearing on the first use and, having to have 2 of them in the chest to teach people that one might disappear on the first use, make them break. And then go, I need to fix it. Wouldn't that be a good idea? There we. I'm having that in the good ideas. Yes. Right. That's the end of the wish list, Jessie B.
Whoop, whoop.
Which takes us swiftly on into the questions. And we have a bunch of questions this week.
All right.
This is the beginning again.
Hello,
and welcome back to the mic. Oh, sorry. When you say that, it triggers me.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to trigger you.
Yeah. Only to trigger me to start the podcast. No, not like in a weird way or anything.
That's your signal. That's your sign.
It's time to go. Wow, wake up, jeez. Merrick says opinions on how fast durability on boots drop while walking on soul sand, soul soil while wearing soul speed boots. It feels like it burns through durability way too fast.
Agreed. I haven't done it in forever.
Yeah, I haven't. Considering our nether hob is totally built with soul soil or whatever it is, I don't have any soul speed boots, so I've been walking very slowly down it.
You shouldn't be because it's soul soil and not soul sand.
Well, it feels like I'm going slow.
Oh.
It's probably because I'm just not flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem... It always used to do that. I thought they'd fix that, though, but apparently not.
No, they haven't. If you have it on there, they just break so darn quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. What else was I doing today? I think I was running up and down that nether hub. That's all I was doing. And I had a gold helmet on. And when I came back, the gold helmet had no enchantments or anything on it, but it was nearly broken by the time I got back. Oh, I haven't done anything to take damage. How's this nearly dead? So maybe that was that as well, or maybe it was just me not even noticing.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Plod. Oh, sorry, Jess, it's you.
No,
Get carried away here. I'm sorry. I'm on one now, mate. That's the 6 cans of Red Bull I had while we were doing this podcast, I think.
That must be it. Plod says, given the strength of feeling about the armor templates thing, do you think Mojang will back down and change how it works? And if so, what's your best guess as to what they'll change to it? Also, does Template Gate change any of your opinions about Mojang using betas and snapshots to get community input instead of adding new features like this directly into the game? Ooh.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it changes my opinion on betas and snapshots. I think I've always held the assumption that it should be used to find bugs and to figure out if things like work and not work. And it doesn't really change. Like, I wouldn't say to make it go away, because then I think we'd just be in for a world of hurt. Do I think that it gives the community kind of like, I don't want to say like big heads, but it makes people feel like really indignant, right? Like when you get into a snapshot and you're like, this is a new feature, and you're like, oh, I don't like the way that this is. Sorry. And you want to change things. It just feels like people like have lots of rage before something's even like done. Even us, right? Like we're
definitely very emotional.
Not happy. Yeah. And
because we're emotionally tied to the game.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that there is something to be said for the negative parts of having these snapshots in the betas. But again, I can't see it not being a good thing. Like the good has to outweigh the negative. But do I think that Mojang will back down on how they've implemented this? Honestly, no. I think that this works for the people they want it to work for. And I think that we have to remember that. Because while we are really invested in this game and we have strong opinions, because literally some of us, like this is the livelihood, like this is what we do for a living. It feels like we aren't there. We're not their core audience. We're not who they care about. And that sounds really pessimistic, but I think if we go into things with that mindset of knowing that we are the minority in Minecraft as a whole, because there are, millions of players at this point, we just have to be a little bit more, we have to, like curb our expectations? Is that the right?
Yeah.
Phrase?
Definitely.
Yeah. So I don't like it. I will never like it. It bugs me to my core. But I fully expect that when it gets added to the game, it'll be pretty much exactly how it is now.
Considering we've literally just had a conversation a minute ago about how we think that Mojang shouldn't even tell us and just do stuff and not tell us. And then, but we've got all of these opinions about this particular thing, and we don't like it and we want them to change it.
Yeah.
If that's because we have these strong opinions, and this is a hole that Mojang have made for themselves. We all have, as a player base, these strong opinions because there is that hope that if we have a strong opinion, Mojang will listen and they'll change it.
Yeah.
If Mojang didn't listen, right, unless there was something critical and just did what they wanted to do and said, hey, we are doing this to the game, you could... It's difficult to put yourself in that position because we're already in this situation now. But I honestly think people would just accept it because there wouldn't even be a thought that, oh, well, we should moan about this and maybe they'll change it, you know? Because that would just be like, oh, this is what they've added to the game. Oh, they've changed that. That's a bit weird. I don't really like it, but there's not much I can do about it because that's what they've done. And that would be it, the end of the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't... They need to use betas and snapshots to iron out as many bugs as possible before it gets to to the release, but I think that should be all it is for. I don't think they should be using it for feedback.
Yeah.
I think they should be confident in what they're putting out and confident to back it up when people butt against it, which they're not. Unless there is something that they've genuinely overlooked, but there shouldn't be, because they're a big company with lots of heads and there should be lots of discussions going on before that. So there really shouldn't be something get into the end game that is a problem, because it should be spotted before then. Realistically, I think this will probably be like banner patterns and other aspects of the game that I just end up like emotes. I just don't use. I'm sure I'll be like, I got a template. It'd be like today I was in a what's it called, mineshaft, getting cobwebs. And I came across loads of those little chest mine carts, and they break them all over and then take all the stuff. I was like, oh neat, I got a name tag. Oh neat, I got this. Oh neat, I got that. I'm not going to use it. It just goes in the dump chest somewhere, and that's where my templates will be. I'm sure. Like the first season that they come out of Truly Bedrock, or the first, if we're still in this season on 1.20 and they come out, I'm sure we'll all run off and like be like, oh look, we've got all the templates, we can make all the trims. You have this one, you have that one. But I bet the next season, no one will care. A couple of people, Tiz will care.
Yeah,
Zloy will care, and I'm sure a couple of the other people will care as well. But I think the majority of us, a year or 2 years in after these, are just not going to be remotely interested anymore. So it basically, what it boils down to is it really doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect the game in a big way. Okay, is it me or you next? Me.
You.
Nobody 2023 is back saying, if you could add any tameable mob to the game, what would it be? For me, I would do a goblin that could wear armor and use weapons so I could take over my server friends, the server my friends are hosting. Doesn't sound like you're the sort of player I would want on my server. You've been banned from many places, mate. Maybe it's all just in fun. I don't know. Tameable mob that you could add to the game. I mean, I was thinking they were talking about like cats and dogs and pets and things like that. But then they've gone with goblin. I don't have a goblin. I want a goblin now.
I want my unicorn.
Unicorn. I don't know. I can't think there's anything I need to do. Dolphins. Yeah. Dolphins. Just make them tameable and rideable.
Oh, yeah.
In
I
vanilla.
forget that they're not normally.
I know. We got it special on Truly Bedrock, Jessiie. They're so useful.
You're right.
They're so useful. And they don't break the game.
I really like them this season.
They actually make underwater pleasurable. I hate being underwater in Minecraft, but being on a dolphin, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Nobody 2023 also says, if you could add a weapon to the game, what would it be? As long as it's not a gun, though. Nobody was slain by Roman Gladius after respawning with his gear because somebody would not put Enderite into the good ideas bin. I would like size.
What did you say?
Size.
Size?
S-A-I. Size.
What's the size?
Okay, did you ever watch Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. Raphael's things?
Yeah. The little pitchy fork things.
There's daggers.
Yeah,
they're called size, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting, because I was going to say sickles, like they got on Minecraft Dungeons, which is pretty much the same thing. Just really fast, close combat. That's what I'd go for. I hate slow weapons in a game. I go have something fast. So yeah, that probably wouldn't be for me. Shouldn't have knives in Minecraft. What did you both pick? Knives.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Laser gun. There you go. No, not gun. Laser blaster. There we go. I want laser blaster. Oh dear. Wow. With a knife on it. No knives. As it says, good. Maybe a bayonet, but no knives. As it says, your idea of using a wandering trader to get new templates got me thinking, what about tying template duplication to the toolsmith villager? Since there are already ones connected to the smithing table, At expert and master levels, they could get specific X emeralds plus 1 template equals 2 templates trades. That's a really good idea. Combined with the Wandering Trader, you would then be able to find all and duplicate all the templates using classic techniques. Forget the Wandering Trader idea I came up with last week because that was stupid. But yeah, I really like that
one.
Yeah. I know I was banning everyone at the beginning of this podcast because of mentioning villagers. Villagers are not an excuse. But there's not that many different types of templates compared to how many different types of diamond pickaxe, diamond shovel, diamond axe, diamond armor you can get. So I would settle for rolling a bunch of those to try and get that without cheat.
Yeah.
As long as they always had
agree.
at least 1 template. Otherwise, I'd end up just thinking, no, this is too difficult. They need to have always have 1 template. Is that fair?
I agree. Yeah, completely agree.
Good. Excellent. In that case, that was a good idea.
Yeah,
But we had it in the questions. Oh, well. What a way to end the questions, with a brilliant idea. If you would like to ask us a question or give us a brilliant idea, then you can by emailing us at news@theminecraftupdate.com or fill in the handy feedback form on our website, or, of course, joining the Discord if you want to be really, 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 really good like us, because we're in the Discord and you could be in it too. Just saying. And what else you could do is remember that if you've enjoyed this show, if you've been laughing throughout this show as much as we have, then laugh your way over to patreon.com/the Minecraft Update and just consider, I want to support these guys. I can afford to do it, so I'm going to. If you can't afford to do it, don't do it. Okay? Back away. We don't want you to do it. But if you can, just be like, these guys are my bros. I'm with them because I'm down with the kids too. I listen to Korean pop music and watch Only Fools and Horses. I'm with them. Not like these Mojang noobs. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Jessiie B, what are you going to be up to this week?
I'm streaming a whole lot and working on episodes. So it's gonna be exciting. 4 streams.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should be doing 4 streams a week. I've had a couple of streams off over the last couple of weeks, but I've been pretty much keeping up with my schedule on streaming. I've got quite a few videos lined up. I've got a Truly Bedrock video. I've got another that farm video I was talking to you about, and I've got another couple of my just one bug videos due to come out. So that's keeping going, which is nice. And that's it.
It's exciting.
End of the podcast, Jessiie B.
Wow. It was relatively painless.
It was. I thought this was going to take ages because we were forever in the feedback, and I was thinking, this is going to be 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's what I was
thinking too.
But we seem to have sped up, which is good news. Right, all that is left to say is the same thing that I say at the end of every podcast, and that is, if you make jokes that aren't relative to today's younger people, then you can be old like me. Get it? For being old.
Down with those kids, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I'm off.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, peeps. Bye-bye.
Bye.